Hey guys, so in today's video, we're going to discuss the provisions of Chapter 8, that is Declaration and Payment of Dividend. Dividend on the basis of time, interim dividend and final dividend. If it's interim dividend, then it's a dividend that has been declared by the Board of Directors between two annual general meetings. If it's a final dividend, then it has been declared at the annual general meeting. Dividend on the basis of nature of shares. So shares either can be preference shares or equity shares. If it's preference shares, further divide into cumulative preference shares and non-cumulative. If it's cumulative, it means that the dividend accumulates till it is paid in full. It carries a right to a fixed amount of dividend, that is, dividend is at a fixed rate. It is payable out of future profit if the current year profit is insufficient. Non-cumulative, so no arrears of dividend in future. So if dividend is not paid for that year, then it won't be, you don't have to pay it in future. Next, equity shares. Dividend is dependent on the dividend policy and availability of profits after satisfying the rights of preference shareholders. Rate of dividend on equity shares is recommended by the Board of Directors and it may vary from year to year. Declaration of Dividends, Section 123. Dividend shall be declared or paid by a company for any financial year only out of profits of the current year, that is after charging depreciation, or out of past year's profits after providing depreciation. It can either be out of both A and B, that is profits for current year and past year's profit, or it can be out of the money provided by the central government or the state government. Transfer to reserve. The company may transfer such percentage of profit to reserves before declaration of dividend as it may consider necessary, but make note that such transfer is not mandatory. Declaration of dividend out of accumulated profits. Dividend out of past year profit can be provided, subject to certain conditions. However, a government company in which the entire capital is held by central government or state government or both need not follow such conditions. So, declaration of dividend can only be done from free reserves. No other reserve can be utilized. Declaration of dividend by set off of previous losses and depreciation against the profit of the company for the current year. No company shall declare dividend unless carried over previous losses and depreciation not provided for in the previous years are set off against the profit of the company for the current year. For declaration of dividend out of accumulated profits, following rules are provided. When there is inadequacy or absence of profit in any year, a company may declare dividend out of free reserves. However, following conditions to be fulfilled before declaring dividend out of free reserves. Rate of dividend declared should not exceed average of the rates at which dividend was declared by it in 3 years immediately preceding that year. Rate of dividend of year 1, 2 and 3 immediately preceding the current year, and you have to take the average of those rates. So this rule will not apply for a company not declare dividend in each of the 3 preceding financial years. Total amount to be drawn from such accumulated profit shall not exceed 1/10 of the paid up share capital plus free reserves as appearing in the latest audited financial statement. Amounts so withdrawn as per clause B shall be first utilized to set off losses incurred in the financial year. Balance of reserves after such withdrawal shall not fall below 15% of the paid up share capital as appearing in the latest audited financial statements. Depositing amount of dividend. Amount of dividend plus interim dividend should be deposited in a scheduled bank in a separate account within 5 days from date of declaration. It is not applicable to government company where the entire capital is held by government. Interim dividend. In case the company has incurred loss during the current year up to the end of the quarter immediately preceding the date of declaration of interim dividend, such interim dividend shall not be declared at a rate higher than the average dividends declared by the company during the immediately preceding 3 financial years. Payment of dividend. Dividend is payable in cash, check, warrant, or any electronic mode. It is payable to the registered shareholder, to his order, to his banker. If it's a Nidhi company, the dividend payable in cash shall be directly credited to the member's account if dividend is not claimed within 30 days from the date of declaration. Now, Investor Education and Protection Fund, Section 125. Okay, so this fund shall be utilized for refund of unclaimed or unpaid amount, promotion of investors' awareness, protection of interest of investors, reimbursement of specified legal expenses. This fund has been established by the central government. The credit of amount to the fund. Amount can either be given by the central government, the parliament, donation by central government, amount of unpaid dividend account, amount from the general revenue account of central government, Amount in Investors Education Protection Fund under Section 205C of Companies Act 1956. Interest on investment made from the fund. Amount received through disposal of securities. Application money. Mature deposits. Mature debentures. Interest accrued on clause 8 to 10. The mature deposits, mature debentures, and interest accrued. It forms part of the fund if it remains unclaimed for a period of 7 years or more. Amount received from sale proceeds, redemption amount, and other amount. The constitution of the fund, chairperson plus members, total members not exceeding 7, and CEO that will be appointed by the central government. Audit of fund by the Comptroller and Auditor General at intervals specified by him. Audited accounts plus audit report to be forwarded to the central government annually. Such report to be laid before each house of the parliament. Section 126. In case of pending registration or transfer of shares, any dividend declared, bonus share or right shares issued in respect of such shares to be transferred to unpaid dividend account on expiry of the time specified. That's it.